Shalom everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is S and I'm taking you on my conversion journey. Today I'm going to take you guys through how my conversion process has been during the during the pandemic. I just have to shut off my fan because it's very loud. Sorry, I live in New York where there's no central air in this building, actually. Okay, so I started my conversion process smack dab in the middle of lockdowns, I would say. It was around, I started doing my search probably last summer. Thinking about converting for a while, but actively doing research last summer. I'll start off with how I found my rabbi. I'll get into how I did my research, my classes that I'm taking online, the cost of things, which kind of threw me off, meeting people, the convenience, the books I had to buy, learning Hebrew, and ta-da! My birthday is coming up. It is July 10th, and it's going to be my first day ever going to shul, my first time. And it's also going to be the first time I meet my rabbi in person. So I'm extra nervous and I cannot wait to take you guys on this journey with me. So starting off, finding a rabbi. So if you're interested in converting, what I realize is everything falls on you. How long the process is gonna take falls on you. How seriously you take the courses, the online courses, it falls on you. How much of your reading falls on you. Who you meet, who you interact with, your questions, everything falls on you. You're responsible for yourself and your conversion this whole entire time. Your rabbi is not going to be knocking at your door, telling you have to read this text, you have to understand this, you have to practice this. It's going by your pace, and you need to be organized, and you need to be doing the studying, and you need to practice actively living a Jewish life. So finding a rabbi, it took me some time. When I started to search, I did a simple Google search, and a few places came up. Some were Reformed, some were Orthodox. I think I even hit up a Hasidic synagogue too. I honestly didn't know what I was doing. I was just like, let me just see if I could find a rabbi I connect with online. I think I mentioned this in a few of my other videos where the first rabbi that I reached out to was a Reformed synagogue, and they were doing everything online. And because I didn't know that, you weren't supposed to be playing instruments on, Shabbat, and they were like doing everything. And I was just like, okay, this is cool. But then as I did my research, I realized that wasn't for me. And so I disconnected from them, and they didn't even contact me back. I guess they didn't care. Or maybe they didn't feel me either, I don't know. But that alone put a bad taste in my mouth, and I just kind of laid low with finding another rabbi. Because I'm like, I went out of my way to go reach out to you because I want to know more, because I want to be a part of your community, and I'm very, very interested in converting, and I didn't even get a response back. So I thought that was rather strange. And there was other things that turned me off about that synagogue, but finding a rabbi is going to take time. Some might come quicker than others, but you just need to make sure you connect with them, that they're honest, that they're giving you the proper guidance. And that's where I found my that's when I found my rabbi, and he's also connected to several different synagogues. So it's not just going to be one. There's going to be your Beit Din. There's going to be several other rabbis teaching a course. You know, I didn't realize it was going to be like this. I didn't realize there would be like 5 rabbis watching me. They're probably watching me right now. You know, but I'm all for it. I'm all for it. They have a lot of knowledge. They're going to teach me for, everything about Judaism. So very, very grateful for that I found someone that I can connect with. So just make that a priority. Don't just pick any rabbi because you want to just hurry up this conversion. And I'm telling you guys, this conversion is going to take a while. I can't even give you guys an estimate of how long this is going to take, because like I said, I have a busy life as well, and I also have bills to pay. So I'm trying to balance everything out. So I did my research just by going on Google, calling, speaking, hearing voices. That may sound weird, but just hearing how a rabbi is speaking to you. I had a rabbi ask me several times, this is normal. Like, I'm a woman, I'm Black, you know, I'm not somebody you would see in a synagogue, I guess. So honestly, that didn't matter at the time, because they didn't see how I looked like. But when I was calling rabbis, one of the questions that they asked me was, am I seeing someone? Am I with someone? Because that seems to be a problem with converts, is that they're just converting for their significant other and not really feeling this. If you're doing this for someone else, I don't see a problem with it. Obviously, like, I see the problem. There is a problem. I take that. There is a problem, but do people do it? Yes. And I also don't have a problem with that. Just switching your life like this isn't something that you should be doing for someone else. You know, I'm learning more and more about it. And as we go through this process together, you're going to see a lot of things change. And I'm excited and I'm a little scared, because I'm going from living my life one way to living my life, you know, completely differently. And it's going to shock a lot of people. It's going to change a lot of things in my life. And honestly, I'm thrilled for the positive outcome. But you just have to be sure that this is for you. And the rabbis are going to ask you, they're going to ask you these questions. And they're not just going to ask you once. They're going to ask you multiple times. And I'm still being asked, am I doing this for someone else? Am I this? Am I that? You know, so just be honest. Even if you are, be honest. So within maybe like 2 or 3 months of meeting my rabbi, after we started doing our like monthly chats, we thought it was time for me to hop into an online class. Everything is online. It's still online. And the classes, my class might be different than yours, but my class was online once a week. Still, every Wednesday we meet on Zoom, and we're just, it looks like, I don't know how your rabbi will do it, but it looks like we're just going with the holidays. Right now we're learning all the high holidays before the high holidays get here, so we are able to practice them when they're here in person. And I'm very, very thrilled to do that. I'm excited to do that. I think it's going to be great that I have so much knowledge now about it, and my soul is going to be able to feel all the greatness from it. So with the classes though, what's difficult is that this is supposed to be the time where you meet other converts, and you're learning many things, and you're interacting, and you're having a community. And because we were in a pandemic, and you know, the coronavirus has stopped a lot of things, and even though things are almost all open now, people are still afraid to do classes in person. And there's the other thing, which is that it's actually pretty convenient for a lot of people, even myself. You know, I'm able to participate in class while I'm driving back to my apartment, and then I'm able to just go on my laptop, you know. So it'll be difficult for me to drive from here back to the city. So I think it's interesting how that kind of plays out now. Even though we can go back to in-person classes, we're like, do we really want to? Because we're so used to, we've been doing this for 7 months now, you know, and it's been working out. But what you do miss out on is the interaction of meeting other converts. So that's another reason why I started these videos, because I'm like, okay, there has to be people out there who are going through this process, or want to go through it, or have gone through it. And I don't know, I can maybe meet some friends on YouTube. So yeah, I'm missing out on meeting other people like me. And I hope that hopefully that'll change. So now let's get into the cost. I figured this would cost something. I figured like I would have to pay for like a class. I didn't know that it was gonna cost this much. My price might be different than yours. It depends on your synagogue and all this extra stuff, and how much they're willing to help. I'm getting a lot of assistance from my rabbi, and I'm so grateful for that. I live alone, so I'm like, oh my God, this is so expensive. The class is online. The class online is for a year for close to, I think it's between $500 to $1,000. And then we're getting into the cost of, I bought a siddur, I bought like Shabbat holders and these candles. I had to basically change my wardrobe for when I'm going to the shul. That's another cost. I bought a Torah. I bought a few books to read. You could always go to the library for that though, but I like to buy them because I'm writing in them, and you're gonna have these books forever. So that's something. I purchased, then I had to pay for like the conversion process itself, which is about anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000 in addition to your class, in addition to all the accessories. And then there are other separate fees that go into it. So I would say if you're interested in converting, see if you could get help from either family or friends, see how much that you could actually deposit, see if you could get donations. I'm also getting like books donated to me. Hold on, someone's calling. I'm also getting books donated to me. I have other Jewish friends that are also educating me and practicing with me. And another thing is you're going to have to eat kosher, and that's also expensive. And then, like I said, I live alone, so I'm like, ooh, I gotta cook. I love to cook, so I'm changing the way I cook, but I'm also have to buy my kosher food. So you have to find your kosher market, sign up for these coupons, and just make it work, because I think because I'm slowly getting everything together, it's starting to feel really nice. And don't worry about the money. The money will come and everything will work itself out. Just be prepared that none of this is free. So another thing is you should invest in learning basic Hebrew. I took a semester in college for Hebrew, and that class was a nightmare. I don't even want to get into it. I was crying basically every day. But I managed to learn how to read Hebrew and write, and now I'm getting into the phase of remembering words and practicing my sounds. So invest a little bit in either like a Hebrew book. I can actually show you what I have. So this is the Hebrew book we used in class. And it's very helpful. A lot of vocab, a lot of practice exercises. It's supposed to come with some form of audio. I mean, I didn't get it, but I'm sure it'll work. You could also go on YouTube for free. You could also, I also purchased Hebrew Pod 101. Have I been using it? Not as much as I should, but אני מדברת עברית קצת. And I'm getting better. So learning Hebrew should definitely be like another journey. I also could write. Look, I could show you guys. I wrote in my, I don't know if you can see it. Don't mind, my apartment's a mess, please. I just did laundry. I started to write like the year Huli Alpine Isrim no, Isrim Ve'echad. So it's fun. It's, I don't want you guys to see how messy my place is. It's fun, and it's of course in the beginning it's going to be hard, but I started listening to more and more Hebrew songs and just picking up words whenever I can, writing them on flashcards and just memorizing. So I'll see what I can link below, but I don't know what I'll link actually. So like I said earlier, this is like my big announcement. I'm going to shul for the first time on July 10th, and I think I'll post another video the day before on like what I'm wearing and how I feel going, and what happens after, how I felt afterwards, and just to give you guys like a little description of how it all went down. When I spoke to my rabbi, like, he's very excited. And like I said, we've never met each other in person. We've only been talking on Zoom and texting and emailing, but we've never met. So I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to be fun. I'm probably going to do a lot of things wrong, and I can't wait to share it all with you guys. So I encourage you guys, stay tuned for my next video, and I'm expecting some birthday gifts. But until then, like, the conversion process through the pandemic is definitely different. It's you're doing a lot on your own. I can only imagine how it would be in person. Like, I'm sure I would probably be assigned a family, and I believe I'm getting to all of that now that things are getting back to normal, but right now it's just me and you. So stay tuned for my first day of shul. Bye bye. Leitraot.